Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is the updated House forecast. So the last one took like an hour. So I've already filled out the seats that are safe for each respective party. The Democrats have 201 safe seats, which is basically already the majority, I believe. Um, uh, you need let me go back. Okay. So there are 435 seats, so you need I'm stupid. It's not the majority, but it's pretty close. So all they need to do is it's like win like five other, or not five, but the majority is 218. So they need to win 17 of these toss-up seats, and there are 69. So yeah, it's looking very good for the Democrats in the House right now, mostly because the Republicans don't really flip the House in presidential election years. That's why they like midterms more, and they actually did horrible in the House in the midterms. So we're going to get started over in Maine's 2nd Congressional District, and this is a tilt for the Republicans. Now, Jared Golden, he actually surprised me back there in 2018. I had the seat as likely for the Republican Party, and Golden actually won it, but so I was wrong on that seat. But he was still, he's still not crazy popular. This is a very urban area, and I believe the polling does, let's go to Maine. The polling does actually not really favor. Oh, it was actually. Oh, A minus poll. Okay, that's actually interesting. Oh, it was taken before it was in 2018. So not a ton of polling data for this one, but it'll be very close. But I don't expect him to hold on. Now we're gonna move and I believe Sabato's crystal ball rates it as a toss up. So we're gonna go and see New York, which I'm just gonna fill out some of these seats that I like. Some of these seats are gonna be like likely. Let me see. Okay, so this seat it'll be likely. There's some middle class voters here, but it's mostly suburbs, and it'll stay with Jim Hines. Now, New York has two competitive districts. It is their 22nd district, where Anthony Brindisi is the incumbent, and I'm going to rate it as a lean for the Democratic Party. Now, I say this because Brindisi is pretty popular, and because he doesn't have a super strong GOP opponent. Plus, this is a presidential election year, so it's only going to help the Democratic Party. Now, the most contested district in New York, Max Rose's district, he will narrowly hold on. He's a moderate Democrat who flipped the seat in 2018. Again, Democrats that flipped seats in 2018, they're probably going to hold on because midterms are lower turnout, and the lower turnout is good for the Republicans. Presidential election years have higher turnout, and remember, in 2016, even though Hillary Clinton, she had a disaster night against Donald Trump, Democrats still picked up seats in the House. In 2012, Democrats picked up seats in the House. 2008, they flipped the House and picked up like 50 seats. So they always do very well in presidential election years. Okay. So let's go and hone in on New York. New York. So, so Long Island is pretty tough to analyze because it is pretty conservative, but they always have competitive districts, so I rated this. That'll be likely just because I expect it to be closer than people think. Thomas Susie's district, and then this will also be likely just because Peter King, Okay, now let's go back to New Jersey and see their forecast. This is Sabato's crystal ball. I used Cook Political Report earlier. So I have to agree with them on this. Yeah, so Tom Malinowski could be closer than this, but I'll just rate it as likely for the Democratic Party. Again, GOP is not investing a ton of money into flipping the seat, but they are investing a lot of money into flipping Andy Kim's seat, which is currently, I'm going to rate it as tilt for the Democratic Party. Now, Andy Kim, he flipped the seat back in 2018. Again, the rule of thumb is if a Democrat flipped the seat in 2018, chances are they're probably going to hold on. Kim is pretty popular. He ran a very strong campaign, and I overall think that he will win re-election. Now, the GOP does have a pretty good opponent from David Richter, who is running a decent campaign. But know a ton about him, but overall, it'll probably stay with the Democrats. Now, this is more a controversial call. Jeff Van Drew, he was elected as a Democrat, was pretty popular until he switched parties because he wanted to equip President Trump. Jeff Van Drew, I expect him to lose the seat because he flipped parties in his, and probably won't be able to get the Republicans out to vote for him, seeing as he was a Democrat only a year ago. So yeah, that's New Jersey. And now let's do Pennsylvania. Okay, so moving on to Pennsylvania, I'm just going to go ahead and characterize this as likely for the Democratic Party. Now, I know Sabato's crystal ball disagrees and puts that as lean, but this is a kind of suburban area. And also, remember, Scranton, this is where Scranton is. And Hillary Clinton, she made no effort to reach out to the middle-class workers in Scranton. And she still won it by a decent margin, so it'll probably stay with the Democrats. Now, Brian Fitzgerald's seat, yeah, that'll stay with the GOP. Could be even as close as still, but I'll rate it as likely for this point. Okay, let's decide to zoom out. Yeah, this is really laggy because 270 to win is really laggy, which is why I use Japanese, which is a lot less laggy. Okay, and as I say, it's less laggy. Okay, so lastly, this is Scott Perry's district. I believe that it's Scott Perry's district, and I'll rate it as lean for the Republican Party. Democrats are not going to invest a ton of money here, and even though it is kind of rural, it'll stay with the Republican Party. So the Democrats, they need 9 more seats for a majority so far. And let's just zoom out, because Virginia doesn't have a ton of cramped districts out in the north, which I already filled out. Okay. So, in Maryland, wait, whoops, no, wrong. Okay, so Maryland, why is that likely? So I rate this likely as the Democratic Party, because this area is actually quite conservative and it went for Trump. This is David Trone is a red conservative region Democrat, so he's a conservative Democrat, but it'll probably be likely, I don't know. Okay. Denver Riggleman, he was actually he lost the primary, I believe. And he's not the nominee, so it'll probably be a little closer, but again. Now, Abigail Spanberger, this is the most contested district in all of Virginia. I am a believer that it will go to the Democratic Party. She flipped in 2018, and there's really no reason to believe that she'll lose again. I think that they did some polling on this. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is the district that I just filled out for Spanberger. Okay. These are back in 20. So, yeah. Luria, she's the incumbent. Oh my gosh, I am Democrat, and Elaine Luria. No, I don't think that she'll lose. I could be wrong though. So, let's see North Carolina. Okay, so yeah, not too many competitive districts, and they do actually not there are no toss-up districts in North Carolina, to be honest with you. That'll probably be likely, and that will be lean. So, I'm not talking about that. We do have a very interesting district to analyze in South Carolina, where Joe Cunningham is the incumbent Democrat. He's a conservative Democrat, which does help him in this area. He flipped in 2018. Popular, he kind of talked about expanding Obamacare, but not the Bernie Sanders route, which helped him because the Bernie Sanders route is not popular across America. And he won, I believe, the most narrow race in South Carolina for the House. Yeah, he won barely over Katie Arlington, and he won by a couple thousand votes. They probably went by a couple thousand votes again. Okay, so where's Lucy McBath's district? Okay, that is not safe for the Democratic Party. I don't even know what I was thinking. That is not safe for the Democratic Party. But it is a tilt for the Democrats. Now, it's interesting because in 2016, Karen Handel, she was the incumbent Republican. She won it by 20-something points. Then John Ossoff, he lost it by, I think, 3 points in a special election back in 2017. And then 2018, a year later, it flipped to Lucy McBath because of Ossoff's hard work. He did a lot, and he got voters out that never voted before. And that kind of paved the way for McBath, who ran a very strong campaign and ended up defeating Handel, who was not too popular by the time that she'd been defeated. Now Handel's running again, so it could be lean, but I expect it to be close. Okay, let's look at Rob Woodall's seat. Probably be. Now Rob Woodall's seat already has tilt for the GOP. Woodall is not too popular, but again, the Democrats are not investing a ton of money here, so it'll probably stay with the Republicans. Now Florida, I already made a prediction on this, but by the way, Louisiana is coming out tonight, so yeah, that'll be likely for the Democrats. Darren Soto is pretty popular, but kind of conservative region. Also, why is Ted Yoho? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is probably the most controversial call I'm gonna make, but I'm rating Ted Yoho, who recently kind of raged on AOC. I'm not gonna quote him because I don't want to get, don't. If I get monetized, don't want to have this video demonetized. So I'm not gonna, quote him on that, but just look it up for yourself and see what he said, because it was not a compliment to AOC. So anyways, Ted Yoho, he's retiring actually. Open seat. The Republicans do not have a strong candidate here, but the Democrats do. They have Tom Wells, who is a pretty conservative Democrat, who is running a very strong campaign, and I think the Democrats are going to quietly start to invest money in this district. They haven't yet, but I believe that they will. However, the seat could still flip red, and it is one of the most conservative districts that the Democrats are contesting in 2020. Okay, what was that? Alright. Let's see. So, okay, Andy Barr, it'll be safe for the Republicans, to be honest with you. Guys, okay, Joe Wilson's district, I rate that as safe for the Republicans, so really likely districts are going to be safe. So let's go over to, let's finish out Florida. So, Ross Spano, yeah, he'll probably hold on by a likely margin. Talked about Darren Soto. Francis Rooney, probably hold on by a likely margin. Now, first I'm going to talk about Donna Shalala. She won by a tilt margin back in 2018, I believe. It could have been lean, but where is Donna Shalala? Okay, she won by 6 points, and she was the president of the University of Miami, I believe. She's a Democrat. She's kind of older, though, so she's not like a rising star. But again, she is popular, and she'll probably hold on. Now, Debbie Mersicle Powell, I know. Mercosol. Yeah, Mercosol. So, I know I mispronounced that, and by the way, the Democrats are one seat away from the majority, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. But she'll hold on. She won in 2018. I think. Let's see Florida if they have any polling on these regions. Hopefully they do, because if they don't, I'll be okay. Why would they be polling a R plus 20 district when you could be polling other districts? Okay, Greenberg, that's Florida 7th district. Okay, yeah. So anyways, not too much polling data. So now let's go over here to Will Hurd's district. It'll probably, he's retiring, so yeah, I'll say it'll flip to the Democrats probably by a lean margin. Again, this is a very immigrant dominated area, so yeah. Okay, Castro, why is that not safe? I'm stupid. Okay, Pete Olson, yeah. Oops, nope, that's far from safe. He'll hold on to his seat narrowly, or not narrowly, but by a decent margin. Michael McCall, that could be close, but I'll just rate it as likely for right now. Chip Roy, that's a very interesting seat, but I'll rate it as tilt for the Republican Party. Wendy is running a pretty strong campaign, but again, this is a conservative district at heart, and it'll probably stay that way. Roger Williams, yeah, I'll rate this as lean for the GOP. And Kay Granger's seat could be tilt, could be lean though. If we can find what district, that's Texas 12. Let's see what the results look like for Texas's 12th district. Oh, okay. I'm either stupid. Well, I'm probably stupid, because okay. So yeah, I think that's Texas, right? Okay, now this is a very interesting seat. Torres Small is the incumbent, and I think she's going to lose. Now this is there are a big population of Hispanics down here that did actually help flip the seat to the Dems. But I mean, overall up here, these are a lot of white, non-college educated voters who are really not and it's not good news for the Democrats. Now it could stay blue for sure, but right now I'm going to rate it as tilt for the Republicans. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I just call it Torres Small, but I think it's Xotil. I honestly don't know. Torres Small. Okay, so yeah, this race was interesting because let's see, Nevada. Oh, okay. It wasn't too competitive in 20. Yeah, it wasn't too competitive. He won by 20,000 votes, but it'll probably be somewhat competitive. Like already does lean because this district could reflect the vote total in the state. So okay, I'm starting to forget about some of these Rust Belt states. So we haven't done the forecasting for any of these states. Okay, that district should be likely. That's done. Okay, now this is darn the Hood district. It's Rodney Davis. Okay, yeah, that'll probably stay with the Republicans. To be honest with you, now let's see how close it's Illinois. I keep forgetting what Illinois 13. So let's go find Illinois 13. What the results were. 12, 13. Yeah, he ended up winning. I'll go lean, but okay, this is the most competitive district in Illinois, and if you haven't noticed already, the Democrats have taken the majority. So you can probably just skip to the end from right now, or just keep watching to hear my commentary. But either way, you're good. Now this is Lauren Underwood's district. In Lauren Underwood, she's a very popular woman. She ran a very strong campaign. She raised minority turnout, record high in this district, and that helped flip it from red to blue. And yeah, I think she'll hold on. Oh, Madison should be safe for the Democrats. Or no, that's Milwaukee, not Madison. Okay. So Rita Hart is running in this district. It'll probably be lean. It'll probably be less close than the LDS region. Now, Abby Finkenauer, she is the best. She's a moderate Democrat, but she ran a very strong campaign. She was big on Joe Biden from the start. She actually endorsed him for the debates, or like back in 2019 for the primaries. So, yeah, I'm rate it as tilt for the Democrats, and Cindy Axne's seat could be a little less competitive, but I'll rate it as tilt for the Democrats as well. She'll probably beat Carol Miller Meeks or whatever her name is. Now Don Bacon. So it was originally rated as tilt or as lean for the Republicans, and then moved to toss-up. I need to put it as tilt just because a progressive running in Nebraska is not a good idea. Now it is this district, but they are more moderate Democrats who win here, not generally speaking progressives. So I think that that Minnesota 08 Pete Stauber's district is underrated for competitive. It'll still be a Republican hold. Now this is Colin Peterson's district. I was so surprised when he won here. Like he barely pulled it off. Colin Peterson, yeah, he won by 10,000 votes, 12,000 votes. But this is the most conservative district in America that a Democrat represents. So that being said, I think he has a chance, but he's too unpopular, kind of. He does actually vote with the GOP sometimes, but not too much. Okay, let's go down to Kansas. All right, so this district is going to be lean for the Democratic Party. Now, I say this because Sharice Davids, she flipped the seat, but she won by 13 points, and she reached her record high. That is very good news for her, and she is actually a very historic congresswoman. So, yeah. Now, this is interesting because Steve Watkins, who was the incumbent, who narrowly won back in 2018. I mean, narrowly. So Steve Watkins, find it. Yeah, he won by literally 3,000 votes, or even less than that. He narrowly won this. Now, if he's the nominee, it'll be lean for the Democratic Party because he actually committed felonies, and I'm gonna I can point this out to you, but I think it was Noah Anderson who in the comment section of my Kansas prediction pointed this out and reminded me. So if he's the nominee, it'll be lean, probably likely for the Democrats. If not, it'll probably be I'll just go out and say it's lean for the Democratic Party because these are suburbs kind of over here, and then it gets more rural. But again, there are more suburb voters than rural in this district. Now, I believe that this will be lean. Who's running there? So Greg Gianforte, he's been there since 2016, or he ran in 2016. And to be honest with you guys, he's not the best. It might be a blessing in disguise that he retired. For the GOP, and I believe Matt Rosendale, who ran for Senate in 2018, is going to run there. They'll probably hold on because, I believe the Democrats, who are they running? I'm forgetting who they're running. But, yeah. That will probably be lean for the Republicans, to be honest. Okay, now let's go to Devin Nunes. Yeah, I don't, he actually was one of the more, he denied COVID-19's existence, but, this is a red district, so it'll probably stay with the Republicans. Same with Mike Garcia's district. I mean, he won in a special election against Christy Smith. Christy Smith is a pretty weak opponent, but it'll be closer because of higher turnout. Yeah, but I really don't think that we're going to see this district flipping to the Democrats because Mike Garcia ran a very strong campaign and got a lot of the Latino vote on board with him. This is TJ Cox's district, and this is a Till Democratic district. TJ Cox is a popular incumbent who is likely to hold on just because he won in 2018 in a midterm. And overall, I'll just go with him winning. I think there is some polling on that district because it is pretty competitive. California, TJ Cox, please. Doug Lamalfa's district. That's the first district. Okay, they decided to not poll the most. That's interesting that TJ Cox trailing by 16, but again, only 400 voters. So that's not really a big deal. Okay, Utah. Ben McAdams, he's definitely a rising star in the Democratic Party, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is tilt for the Democrats. A very unpopular opinion, but hear me out. So, I don't think that there's going to be polling because these people don't pull any of the interesting races they're actually talking about. McAdams, so interesting, he's trailing Owens. So they did pull it. That's okay. So he's leading it in 2 out of 3 polls, and it's rural in Salt Lake City is growing very fast, like the fastest growing city in America, I believe. So that's good news for the Democrats. And we're probably going to see a higher turnout. Utah is trending to the left a tiny bit. But, yeah, it's still safe for the GOP at the presidential level. Like, there was a poll that came out, but, I try to ignore those polls because they're always, outliers that don't make any sense. So let's just, why is Colorado going to be like that? Okay, so that's basically it for Colorado. So where are the seats I haven't filled out yet? Okay, I don't even know. Okay, where they are. So Alaska, I believe Alaska will be leading for the Democratic Party, and there are still 9 seats I haven't filled out. Like, where even are they? Actually, I have no. Kendra Holmes. Okay. So, okay, now I see them. So Alaska will be leading for the Democratic Party, and I say this because Galvin, she lost in 2018, but they did a poll on this. I know for a fact. They did. Wait, I don't want Alaska. Okay. Oh, Trump was 1 in Alaska. That's interesting. Okay. So, so Galvin, put her ahead by 2, put her ahead by 1, they're always putting her ahead consistently over Don Young, who is the incumbent, kind of like Ted Stevens, where he's unpopular, kind of old. I believe he's 86, actually, so he's very old. But, yeah, this will go to the Democratic Party, mostly because higher turnout, and again, Alaskans, Democrats are fired up, and they are very, very passionate, especially about climate change, which Galvin does talk about a lot. So she'll be riling up her supporters, whereas Don Young is going to be running as the establishment candidate, which is not good for him. Kendra Horn, this race was like the biggest upset of the night. It was rated as safe for the Republican Party, safe, and the Democrats still won there narrowly. Now, it was incredibly narrow, but let's see, Kendra Horn. Yeah, she won by actually 4,000 votes. So it's interesting over Steve Russell. She has a chance, but like she's voted pretty solidly with the Democratic Party, and she's like a pretty liberal Democrat, and it's not going to help her in Oklahoma. Okay, why are these seats not filled out as safe for the Democrats? I think I was tripping there. That'll probably be likely. Okay, so this will be likely for the GOP, I believe, although it could be competitive, probably won't be. So this is Susan Brooks's district. She's a popular incumbent, but these are the suburbs, and for the first time, since the 90s, the suburbs turned against the Republicans back in 2018, and in Hillary Clinton, she made monumental gains there in 2016, even though she did lose the election pretty handily to Donald Trump. So yeah, Brooks is retiring. Democrats are pretty strong. Guy running there, of course I'm forgetting his name right now. It's embarrassing, but yeah, overall, he will hold on to his seat. So I don't know why there are still 3 toss-up districts. Where even are they? Why? Oh, are they in Florida? Okay, where are these toss-up districts that I still haven't filled out? That's DC. Okay. Is it like, did I forget somewhere in New York? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, that's actually weird because I could have sworn that I filled out everything. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed my house forecast. I don't know. It still really bothers me that there are toss-up districts that I haven't filled out yet. Okay. That's weird because... So... Okay, so... Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a Patreon if you want to donate to me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next one. So, bottom line, Democrats 239, GOP 193, toss-up. Like, I can't even find these districts, so I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.